A few years ago, I used to have this blank wall, and I had a vision for a built-in that's low profile. I started by building the base, and I had to cut that transition piece out from underneath it. I had planned this project to be built out of 90% scrap wood from my garage. I did have to buy this panel for the shelving. I got a middle shelf put in and the face frame done, and then it was time to start on the doors. I am no professional, so I put these together with pocket holes. Then I did a test fit before doing the middles. The middle is made of brown board, and I cut it exactly to size and then caulked them into place. I know that's not the traditional way of making doors, but this actually worked. And then I got to work painting. I'm painting this Alabaster by Sherwin-Williams, and that's also the color of my walls. But then you see right here, it didn't fit once I put those butt hinges on. So I had to take off the side of it. I used tape so that way it didn't splinter too bad. And it worked, nice and smooth. And look, it fits. Now, since I'm using butt hinges, I put magnets on the inside so that way the doors would stay together. And then I got the other door put on and it was looking awesome. Look at that, inset doors. Then I needed to remove some more of that transition piece for the baseboards. I got those all put in, and that is Accessible Beige by Sherwin-Williams. Now this is going to be the backing for the upper side of the cabinet. I'm putting on wallpaper that looks like linen. Now, I wanted to do an arch on the front side of it, so instead of using string, I used a scrap piece of wood. And that worked out great. Now the sides I cut with the table saw straight down, so that way they were perfectly straight, and then I cut the rest out with my jigsaw. I mean, look how good that arch is. I'm proud of myself. And this is going to be the carcass of the upper. You see how thin it is? I believe it's only about 6 inches. I painted it before I put it up there to make it easier. And then I realized I still needed to cut out the light switch part. No, I'm not moving these switches because I'm not an electrician and I didn't want to mess with it. I got that cut out, and then I'm adding the backing onto the carcass with a brad nailer. I'm using brown board for the backing, and this is the piece that I put the wallpaper on. I added some shelving, and it's so far down from the top because the top is going to be arched, just like right here. I added baseboards as trim because they're easy to work with, and then I added some base cap molding. And then to address the sides where the brown board is showing, trim. Trim fixes everything, that and caulk. I added some corner trim also to the sides, and look how good it's coming along. Now I painted it, and this is what we ended up with for right now. But then I got tired of that wallpaper, and I found these peel and stick tiles on Amazon and fell in love. So a few months ago, I added these just right on top of the wallpaper, and these things are so sticky, they're not coming off. I literally had to take one off because I misplaced it, and the thing did not survive. Luckily, I had extra tiles. Now, it says you can cut this thing with a razor, but I used my miter saw because that was too hard, and it made a mess. And I'm super happy with how it looks now. I do have a blog post on this with more details, and in the future I am looking to get the building plans done to add to my Etsy shop so that way you can build one too. This could easily be a weekend project.